We're going to look at a variation of side angle to maximize stability through our pelvis and getting our rotation through our rib cage for getting the most bang for our buck out of an exercise in a pose. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into our lunge position, making sure we're not hanging into it. You can always have a block handy if you have some restrictions in your hip and have a hard time getting all the way down to the ground, but making sure it's a stable kind of setup of a block versus being tippy will help you feel a little bit more grounded on it. So you might stack up 2 blocks in that lower height versus 1 vertically on it. So we'll get into our lunge, and again, we're making sure we're not hanging down into those hips, hugging those legs in, reaching that left leg back as you lunge forward so you feel that stability. Now what we're going to do, and you might have to explore with feet being a little bit wider apart, but with this right hand down to the inside of my right leg, I'm going to think of pushing my arm into knee and knee into arm. That's going to help me engage my right inner thigh to stabilize my pelvis. My left hand is going to go on my ribs. I'm going to rotate, so I'm pressing with that right arm, making sure my knee doesn't lose the fight, rotating my ribs. What you have to make sure of is that that left knee doesn't go with you or collapse down. So you can do it incrementally. Everything's nice and long. Rotate with those ribs. Hug that left hip and knee down. Reach it back. Rotate a little bit more. Hug that left hip and knee down. Reach back. Rotate a little bit more maybe. Good. Keeping that front right chest open. And then that left arm can float up as an extension of that. There. So we're going to think about holding this position, reaching back, reaching forward, squeezing that big beach ball, rotating through just that rib cage, chest being nice and open. We're between 2 planes of glass, one in front of us and one behind, to really maximize that rotation from our rib cage, not just flailing that arm back, but giving our body some good foundation and support to be able to get that movement from. So I'll show you from this angle so we can see here. So like I said, you can explore having those feet a little bit wider, but you definitely want to make sure that you're not on a tightrope here. But we're here, we're hugged towards the midline, reaching that left leg back, reaching that right leg forward. You can have a hand, that block on that underneath your right hand, pushing your right knee into arm. So I'm hugging it in, arm and a knee to help broaden that chest and help me rotate. So I'm rotating those ribs a little bit, hug left hip and knee down, rotate a little more, hug it down, and then that left arm can float up from there, reaching towards the ceiling rather than back and behind you. Sometimes giving our body a little bit more stability will allow us to create more freedom in movements. If our body doesn't feel stable, then we're going to go into being locked down to try to support ourselves. So explore doing these exercises with that little bit of extra intention of how you're holding yourself there, making muscles be actively engaged versus just hanging into something and thinking about where you want the movement to come from. You might not be able to go quite as far as you had previously, but it might be getting you more out of it and helping keep your joints and ligaments safe and healthy. However, on the flip side, you might actually be able to go into it a little bit more because you're giving your body that support. So check it out, see how it feels, and let me know.